the forgotten corners of Scartchiona, where the sun's rays rarely dared to tread, there was an ancient building that time had long forsaken. It stood still, like an old wound on the landscape, covered in moss and shadow, its windows dark as though holding secrets no one dared to uncover. One fateful night, a group of travelers, each with a reason to wander the haunted lands of Scartchiona, found themselves drawn to this very building. It was the way the air felt, thick like the very atmosphere was holding its breath. None of them knew what was inside, only that they'd heard the faint whispers, murmuring from the shadows calling them closer. As they stepped over the creaky wooden threshold, a chill ran down their spines. The air grew heavier, colder. The house groaned like a living thing, and somewhere far off in the dark halls they thought they heard a low, guttural sound, almost like breathing. Without warning, the walls seemed to ripple, twisting and bending like liquid. Then it emerged. A towering shadow, its form shifting and melting with every blink. It wasn't just one creature, but countless faces and figures, all writhing and merging together into a single mass of darkness. Breedooo scartchiona, a thing of nightmares, was real, and it was hungry. The travelers froze, their hearts racing, their minds scrambling for a way out. Breedoo's glow intensified, shifting colors as if feeding off their fear. Its eyes, a deep crimson, locked onto them, and the air around them grew impossibly thick. They could feel their legs grow heavier, their breath short, their minds clouded with disorientation. It was as though the very shadows themselves were closing in on them, holding them in place. Then it spoke. Its voice echoed, not from one mouth, but from countless whispering at once. Lost. Lost in the dark. You'll be forgotten here, just like me. In an instant, the travelers realized they weren't just facing a creature. Breedooo was a reflection of all the lost souls that wandered the land, trapped forever between reality and nightmares. And now it had found them. But as the terror mounted, one of the travelers, a young woman with a glimmer of courage, remembered something she had heard in the stories of old, about Breedoo's weakness. Light. Focused light would push it back, weaken it. Desperately, she fumbled for her flashlight, which had been barely working until now. She aimed it directly at Breedooo. The creature recoiled, its body flickering like a dying flame. But Breedooo was relentless. It lunged forward, but as it did, the light from her flashlight expanded, pushing the shadows away, pulling Breedooo into the corners of the room. Breedooo howled in fury, but the light only grew stronger, forcing the creature to shrink, its form losing coherence. Finally, with one last spine-chilling scream, Breedooo dissipated into nothing, vanishing back into the shadows it came from. The travelers stood in stunned silence, their hearts still pounding, their minds struggling to process what had just happened. They knew they had barely escaped the grasp of something ancient, something that had been waiting for their fear to awaken it. But as they left the building, the whispers never fully disappeared. They lingered in the air, and the travelers couldn't shake the feeling that Breedooo wasn't gone forever. It was still out there, somewhere, watching, waiting, ready to feed again.